Hey loves! Today is honestly just one of those days, plus it's really cloudy and dreary out and it's officially fall. So we're gonna have a little fall glam session together because I'm in the mood to do a little makeup therapy because like I said, it's just one of those days. So grab a snack, get cozy, or grab all of your products and let's do some makeup together. First things first, Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer, and this is a BK Beauty A506 brush. And the eyeshadow today is gonna be pretty simple, I think. I definitely want to do something very warm and cozy. So we're going to pull out the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 palette. You guys already know my obsession with this palette. I have yet to find a drugstore dupe for it. I need to find one because this is pricey, but it still is one of my favorites in my collection. So I'm going to just take the matte cream shade up top and I'm going to press that all over the lid. BK Beauty 201 brush. This is a fluffy blending brush, another one of my favorites. And we're going to go into that soft brown. I'm going to actually use all of the warm tones, or most of the warm tones in the palette today. I think the weather definitely affects my mood. And I'm not going to lie, I mean, I love the cozy vibes of fall, but I'm already missing summer. It's already getting dark at 7 too, which does not help. So, makeup is just truly little therapy moment. And at first I was like, I don't even feel like doing my makeup, but I'm like, you know what, this is what I need just to revitalize myself a little bit. Definitely gonna get some steps in today and get my workout done because that always puts me in a better mood as well. Even if I don't feel like doing it, once I'm all done, I feel so much better. And I've been actually walking a ton. I mean, in the summer it's so much easier to, but that's what's really helped me because I actually lost some weight too. I'm back to my normal weight, which is 145. I was actually 155 or so in the beginning of the year because, you know, that winter weight, it got to me. But that usually always happens, honestly, and then I lose it. And sometimes I do end up gaining it back, but I mean, whatever. It's just weight. It fluctuates, but this is like my ideal weight for me where I feel like myself. I feel just good, you know. But walking definitely has helped me so much. And walking outside, I mean, I know I can still technically walk outside because it's not freezing cold yet, but there's nothing like getting those steps in on a summer night when it's still light out and it's like 8 o'clock, you know. It just hits different. But I'm gonna have to just continue because if not, that does not help my mental health either. But I really do think walking is so underrated. I know some people don't consider it a form of exercise, but it 100% is, and it helps so much, and it's one of the easiest things to do, you know. Like for me, I've tried so many different workouts. I've even done intense workouts too, like HIIT, CrossFit, and I've just come to the conclusion that I love a soft, simple kind of workout because then I can actually continue to do it and it's realistic for me. And for me, I think I started looking at working out too, not just about losing weight, because if that's the only goal with it, then it's not really fun. I just look at it as taking care of myself. Everything else is just a bonus. Being fit, maybe losing some weight, toning up, whatever, you know. But the main thing is just doing activity where you can actually move your body every day, but that you enjoy. And for me, I love walking outside, or even just on the treadmill. I'll put a podcast on or one of my shows, but do workouts or just move your body in ways where it's attainable for you. You can do it long term and you can do it every day and it's enjoyable movement, you know. So that's like my recommendation and what I have found that just really helps. And obviously I am not an expert at any type of health or fitness or anything like that, but this year I just feel like walking has been the most sustainable, and I do some light weights and everything too, like from workouts that I find on YouTube. Let's get into this color right here, and I'm gonna actually take a little bit of that one too. Love the way these blend. It makes doing your eyeshadow so enjoyable, you know, when the colors, they just blend like a dream. Oh, by the way, BK Beauty 211. I'm gonna try to say the brushes that I'm using as I go. This is a pretty much smaller version of the brush that I was just using, and I love it because it fits really nicely into this area and you can define your crease and just deepen up your eyeshadow with this brush, and it just blends everything so seamlessly. Are you guys watching any good shows or movies lately? I mean, honestly, I don't really watch that many movies anymore like I used to. I talked about this in one of my previous videos, but I love to just rewatch movies more so than watch new movies. But shows, one of the newest shows I've been watching is Tell Me Lies. Have you guys watched that? It's actually so good. I just wish that shows nowadays had more than 8 to 10 episodes. Like, where are the seasons with like 15 to 20 episodes per season? Like, they just don't make shows like that anymore. And then you have to wait so many like years, it seems like, for a new season to drop, and then there's only like 8 to 10 episodes. We also started rewatching, or not rewatching, but finishing Grey's, which we have not done. And I actually love that show during this time of year too, because it's very cozy vibes. But that's something else too I love about Grey's. They have a lot of seasons, and I know it can be a little overwhelming, but in a way it's good. You have so many seasons, and each season has a bunch of episodes. Like, that is my vibe. I think I'm gonna have to just kind of rewatch the oldies. Like, I've never watched Gilmore Girls or One Tree Hill, and I've heard so many good things about it, and I keep seeing people saying that those are like the best shows for fall, so I'm gonna have to probably watch that. But it's so hard for me to commit to shows, but I think I'm gonna have to do it. Now I'm gonna go in with that creamy brown shade. I'm gonna do a wing, and this is a 208 brush. You knew it was coming. We're gonna clean that up right underneath, because I like the wing to look pointy. Yes, just like that. Nice and sharp. Let's amp this up with a little glitter. I'm going to use the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Secret Garden. It's a gorgeous copper. And I'm just going to tap that all over the lid using my finger. This is so beautiful. And the fact that they're so affordable, this just reminds me of an Urban Decay single eyeshadow that is definitely like double the price. Oh, I forgot how good these are, honestly. I love the shade Ritz, but they have a ton of colors. And this combo right here is my favorite. So you take the cream and you mix it with the soft brown. You're still gonna get a little bit of that lightness, but it's not gonna be super harsh. And it's gonna go with the warm theme of the eyeshadow. Oh, I love the way this turned out. I was gonna use a stick eyeshadow, but I love the way this looks so much better, because you just can't go wrong with the gold. I mean, the glitter. BRB, I'm gonna heat up my lash curler and we're gonna do mascara. Can you guys believe I have not worn falsies in, I want to say almost a month, which is insane. By the way, when you're heating up your lash curler, do not immediately put it on your eyes, because it's gonna be a little bit too hot. Check it first and then curl your lashes. This is gonna help hold the curl so much longer. But I have not worn false lashes because I honestly just have been loving my natural lashes, which is very unlike me, and I don't know what it is. I'm loving the no false lashes look, which I never thought I would say, because I'm always like, lashes complete the look, which I do love a good lash, but I think I'm finally starting to really love the length of my lashes. They're not super long, but they have grown, and I've been using the Ordinary Lash and Brow Serum for over a year. I haven't been super consistent with it, but that's pretty much what I've been doing. At one point I was more consistent with it versus now, but I do it whenever I remember in the evening, and it's the only lash serum that does not irritate my eyes, because my eyes are super sensitive, and I've tried all the expensive ones, and that one ironically is the most affordable, and it works the best on me. So that's what I've been using, because I never really loved my natural lashes. In high school I did, and then when I started using falsies I just really never went back until now, and I'm like, wow, maturing is realizing sometimes you look better without false lashes versus with. I said it. And now I'm going in with one of my favorite mascaras, the Reveal Lash Lengthening from Hailey's Beauty. Cannot stop using this. This works so well on my straight lashes. The formula of this too is a little bit more on the dry side, but it does not clump or flake. It's really, really good. If you have straight lashes or shorter lashes, I think you would really enjoy this mascara. It's too good. Also, on my lips, I had on the Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Mask. I recently tested this out, and I cannot stop using this also. It's super thick and creamy and hydrating. And this packaging is ginormous. This is another product I really love under makeup and just in my skincare routine in general. It's the Dalba Multi-Use Balm. I really like this on my under eyes because I just wiped away that eyeshadow fallout, so they're just feeling a little dry, you know, like they need a refresh. Right before makeup, this is perfect because it gives you that instant hydration, but it's not greasy, it doesn't leave any residue, it just truly is a hydrating balm. You could even put it like if you have dryness around your nose, anywhere. Let's do a little skin prep. Setting spray first. I don't know why more people don't talk about this LYS Natural Finish Spray. This is extremely underrated, but it is one of my favorites Definitely going to bring this into the fall makeup routine because it gives a beautiful natural finish. The Fine Mist is just perfection. When I remember, I like to cover my eyes, by the way, too, so my lashes don't droop since I'm not wearing false lashes, and just to prevent any of my eyeshadow from separating or anything. For primer, CoverGirl Velvet Blur. I think this is the best drugstore primer that came out this year. I'm trying to think if there's another one that I really loved. The sticky grip from this is amazing, but yeah, they really outdid themselves because it's actually so smoothing. I think this could be a dupe too for that Hourglass Pore Vanishing Primer. Another favorite from LYS. This is newer, but it's really nice. I've been using it for every day and it's beautiful. It's their Skin Tint Foundation Stick. I have this one in MN5. You guys know they have their viral bronzer stick, and all of their packaging I love because it's like a little triangle, but this really is a hybrid between a foundation and a skin tint. It gives beautiful coverage, but it's a lightweight and it just makes your skin look really healthy. And for a stick too, it's extremely creamy. So if you have more dry skin, combo skin, I think you would really love this. It's so satisfying too applying it. A lot of stick products can just be really heavy on the skin sometimes, but the formula, they really killed it with this. I love the way it looks. I'm gonna go with Real Techniques 259 today. This brush has really grown on me. When I first used it, I was like, eh, but now I actually love it the more that I use it. I just had to break it in a little bit. It doesn't have super full coverage, but I would say it's a very natural kind of medium coverage. Really lightweight. I know there's a lot of new foundations and complexion products out, but I've actually really been loving this one. I've been kind of gravitating more towards this too because it's so easy. You just kind of swipe and go, and you can really control the coverage and build it up a little bit more, but it's still gonna feel, like I said, really lightweight and fresh. I love how it just melts into the skin like butter. You see how that covered up? But yeah, there's a lot of good skincare in here too. There's no fragrance, which is nice, even though there is some skincare. I think it's just a really beautiful product. Pocket blushes are still in rotation for me. I do think these are worth the hype. I know a lot of people don't really love the packaging. I think it's adorable personally. I wish it was the same color as the blush, but by the way, I'm going in with Toasted Teddy. This is the fall color. These have a beautiful blend to them. It's really, really easy. I also love Toasted Teddy. This is just a little bit deeper, but it is stunning. I'm gonna blend it up towards my temples. Don't be afraid to go crazy sometimes with the cream blush, because then when you set it with a powder, it's gonna be a little bit more toned down anyway. It really goes so nicely too with the warm, coppery fall tones. I think if you're debating getting these, I think that they're great. Like, they were sent to me, but I would repurchase these. Surprisingly, I was actually, at first I thought it was a scam, because sometimes I cannot tell you the emails, they look real. And I think it's from a brand, and I'm like, okay, this is fake. So I thought this was fake when they emailed me about sending me PR, but I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I still get really excited to get PR, but I was gonna buy these because they look just so good, but I would repurchase these again if I ran out, because I think the formula is really just that good, and it lasts really well too. I know it's just a cream blush, but something about it is so seamless on the skin, and I really like all of the colors too. Let's go in with some blush. I'm just gonna do powder bronzer today because I have one that I really love just on its own, but Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Concealer is still one of my favorites. I think this is my favorite high-end concealer of all time. Like, I think I could get rid of all my concealers and only keep this one. It's really just beautiful on the under eyes. If you have a lot of fine lines, you're gonna love this formula. It wears really nicely throughout the day. It doesn't accentuate your fine lines. And this is the concealer brush from Haus Labs that I also love because it has that angled shape, which is, I think, honestly one of the best shapes for concealer. It fits really nicely right on your under eyes. My concealer looks the best now with a brush versus with a sponge. It separates so much more throughout the day. Now for the under eyes, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Powder. This is, in my opinion, the closest thing I have found to the Huda Beauty Easy Bake, and it's like $5. I don't understand. Wet n Wild, if you're watching, you're probably not, but we need a pink version because that would break the internet. They have a banana version, which if you have a more medium tan or deeper skin tone, that could work for you. This shade though is going to work on everybody. I've seen this on all different skin tones, and it's a completely translucent color, so it has no color. It's not going to alter your makeup. I like to put the excess on the back of my hand so that the puff is nice and smooth, because then this is how the powder is going to look on your under eyes. I'm using a little Sephora powder puff. Blend out the creases. Look up if you have to. Set immediately after. That's how you're going to get the smoothest under eye possible. You're still going to have creases. If you have fine lines, that's just inevitable. But doing this method and doing, you know, little skin prep beforehand, it's going to help for your under eye creases to not be as accentuated. But regardless, they're still going to be there, you know? So like, who cares? It's just makeup. That means you're human and you're living life, because we all have them. The best mattifying powder that doesn't feel dry on the under eyes. It is very smoothing. It is matte, but it doesn't feel too heavy. I recently tested out the new Rare Beauty finishing powder and I really liked it, but the color was a little off. A couple of you guys told me this does run a little bit dark, so I just got a new shade in Ivory. This is really pretty. It's very blurring on the skin. I'm going to use it to kind of just finish off the rest of my makeup, and I'm going to use a flat top kabuki brush. This one's from e.l.f. I think this is just really pretty. I actually also love the translucent powder from Rare Beauty, and I feel like this kind of gives that similar effect. It sets your makeup, but it still looks very natural on the skin and not overly powdery. This bronzer from Juvia's Place, the bronzer duo, it is top tier. I love the way this looks too, just on its own. By the way, mine is in the shade medium. This has like the best shade range and such a smooth formula. It reminds me of Fenty bronzers. So I'm gonna just put this on an angled brush. This one's from IT Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna bronze up my forehead. I really don't feel the need to even use a cream when I use this product, because I love it just on its own. Love the color, I love the formula, it's immaculate. Speaking of bronzer, Bare Minerals has bronzer, and this one is a Kiss of Copper. It's literally a blush and a bronzer if they had a baby. This is the color. Beautiful, very smooth formula. It's not glittery, but it just gives a really pretty sheen to the cheeks. So we're gonna emphasize the blush, and I'm using this really old brush from BH Cosmetics. It's just like a little angled brush, and I'm gonna just, ooh, yes, that's very pigmented. I was gonna say I'm gonna lightly dust that on the cheeks and then also me. Okay, when that happens, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your powder brush and kind of just press over top of it to tone that down. But I love that coppery touch. It really is like a kiss of copper. It's perfect. It's actually really pigmented too, so just be careful, but I love it. They also have a pink version to this as well. Wow, I really love the complexion today. This entire makeup look, I'm living for it. So I really just needed a glam session because I literally already feel better. Sometimes you just need to do something to kind of just distract your mind and not be on your phone, you know? So that's what I try to do also when I'm in a little bit of a funk and I don't even know what's wrong. I try to do things where I'm not on my phone, because being on your phone is so draining. That's why I've also been enjoying, I'm gonna do a little brown waterline liner, by the way. This one is from Essence. It's the Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. But I talked about this in a previous video, I think, I'm pretty sure, but I've also been enjoying coloring. Just trying to do things that my inner child really enjoyed, and that's something that I loved to do as a kid. So if you're ever in a funk or in a rut, or you just need a little mental escape, just try to find hobbies and things that can just keep you away from your phone and that can just distract your mind a little bit, you know? Like just having this glam session, this is what I needed. You know what else is really satisfying? I'm about to hit pan on these colors right here. Oh, I'm gonna end up buying another palette when I run out of these colors. Like, that's how you know too the obsession is real, because I have 1,000,001 eyeshadow palettes, but this is my most used one, honestly, within the past year, that I keep going back to. For lips, Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liners. These are splurge worthy. They have great shades. Deep taupe is like my go-to every day, but I also really like the cool brown. This is perfect for fall. I feather in the inner corners to give it that kind of blended look. And even though these are wooden, they have a nice formula and they last too. So now we're going to top it off with a little Fenty Gloss Bomb Sticks. Also splurge worthy. If you like their lip products, I think in general, if you love Fenty lip products, you're gonna love these. The original gloss bombs are stunning. It's one of my favorite gloss formulas, but these are pretty much a hybrid between that and a lipstick. I just got this color too. It's really pretty in Sorta Selfish. Let's see how this looks. I really like the color To Lip Kiss. It's a little bit more of a lighter nude. Honestly, this one might work better, but let's try the other one in Sorta Selfish and see how it looks. Oh, that's pretty. It actually matches the lip liner, I think, really nicely, but I want to lighten that up a little bit. I knew it. So that's why I love the color To Lip Kiss. I'm going to use the OIS spray to finish everything off, and we are all done with this look. And if your makeup is ever missing something, just take a little bit more of your powder, and that's why I do like the Rare Beauty finishing powder. I'm just gonna do a little bit, and I'm gonna just very lightly run this over my entire face to blend out any other harsh lines. And it's just gonna add that extra layer of smoothness, and it is a finishing powder, but you could also use it to, of course, set like I did, but it's not gonna add any additional coverage. It's just gonna give you that really pretty airbrushed, soft look. So if you're watching this, this is your sign to do some fall makeup. Bring out the warm tones, bring out the copper tones, and do some glam. Make yourself feel pretty, because why not? Sometimes this is what we need. Like I said, we just need a little boost to get us through the day. If that requires a glam session, then so be it. So I will have the products and brushes linked for you down below if you're interested. Make sure to subscribe for new videos every week, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye.